Today we're going to talk a little bit about orchids. We've had a lot of requests on the care, the lighting, repotting, trimming. So we're kind of just going to go through the basics again with you guys. One thing with lighting is any time that they're in flower, they can go to different various levels of light. Right. The only thing is you don't want to put them in direct full sunlight.
Right, they hate full sunlight.
Yeah, so they can go anywhere from low light to high light when they are flowering. Now if they're not flowering, the brighter the light, the better. That way, that's going to kind of help promote more flowering.
So so one of the reasons you would like repot your orchid is not necessarily because it wants to go in a bigger pot, because they actually don't like to be in a bigger pot. Mm-hmm. They like to be size appropriate. We have a tendency to think that our house plants want to be in big gigantic pots, and it's like if you are moving into a 20,000 square foot home and you have no furniture.
Yeah. You don't need all that.
Yeah, you don't need all that. She doesn't want all that. So the only reason you would replant it is because you want to give it new soil. And the potting soil, Jeff and I love potting soil. Well, I particularly love potting soil.
And we like to, yeah.
This is not so much my favorite potting, so it's kind of boring. It's more like bark.
So that with orchids, and
there's a reason for it.
There is a reason for it. There's always a reason for it. A lot of times you'll get the orchids like either in plastic pots or these little cocoa things. And what's important with orchids is you want that root. There's a really cool air root right here. And they're called air roots is because they need air. So it's always great to try to, when it's done blooming and you want to keep it going, take it out of that plastic pot and put it in something that's a little breathable.
So you basically, it looks a little violent, but I don't think she's hurt.
No,
so,
she's not.
You basically I'm going to take this little stick out for a minute because they tend to have those on them. And you basically just want to loose all that up, give her some room. Just take a deep breath.
Yeah.
And now, for example, in this particular case, this root right here, it's not a root anymore. It's dead. It has served its purpose. So
you can just chop that guy off.
Right there. So cut it off, and she is good to go. So all the other roots look good. She's all loosened up. She feels happy, and you do that every 18 to 24 months. It's not that often. You don't need to do it every time.
They like to be really nice and tight.
Yeah, so we're basically, we're not really changing her. These things, we talk about them all the time. I hate them because I feel like it's just, who wants to wear a piece of plastic around them? So I would get rid of that. You kind of just pick so here's the old, put some new in. And so now we really hope this works on video.
Oh, it'll work. Now, what's great now that we have this little stick is you can actually take the stick and kind of poke down the soil if it's not, if it's a little top heavy.
And so you're just going to go around and fill in this new
and in a second, you'll
soil.
see this root that Nique has sticking out. That's normal. You kind of want to do that. It's fine if they grow over the pot and if they're sticking out because they need the air to grow a lot better. And the terracotta, I think, is great, if you're going to repot it, just because it kind of helps drain better. It kind of removes the moisture. It's not so tight and confined like that plastic pot.
So now now you can take your stick again and just kind of support this. I mean, this orchid still is in really good shape. She's got, her blooms are solid. They are not showing any signs of wilting. So she has probably a good time left on her. I know we have a tendency to look for ones with these, but for example, I have one on my nightstand. I've had her for 4 months. She's in full bloom and she just keeps going. So this potentially could go on for another couple months. So now she's all repotted. She is happy in her new dirt.
It looks super cute.
And you just, and she looks all happy and fresh. And this is always good. The one you're watering, you want to make sure you don't water this area here, this little heart. Don't water that. They don't like that. So just take it to your sink, give it a good watering, let it run through, and then she's good to go and find that perfect little happy sunny spot and enjoy your orchids. We love orchids.
We do love orchids.
I hope you do too. Come by and see us. Bye.
See ya.